Today, the book's name is Smarter, Faster, Better: The Secret of Being Productive in Life and Business. How can we improve team efficiency by changing the mindset? We often come across various tips to improve efficiency, such as effective planning, prioritizing tasks, improving execution, and learning from experience. While these tips sound reasonable, their implementation may only sometimes yield the desired results. What exactly is efficiency? Is it about managing time well, increasing output per unit, or having strong execution skills? The book examines numerous successful cases from various fields and companies in the United States to identify the critical secrets of achieving team efficiency. These secrets include inspiring motivation, promoting teamwork, maintaining focus, setting goals, and exercising control. Though these secrets may seem familiar to many, Charles Duhigg, the author, provides a unique perspective and comprehensive analysis, making it a fresh and practical approach. The author of this book is Charles Duhigg, a business investigative reporter for The New York Times and a Pulitzer Prize winner. The Pulitzer Prize is often considered the Nobel Prize of Journalism, the highest honor a journalist can receive. Charles Duhigg's previous best-selling book, The Power of Habit, was one of the most popular business books in 2003. He holds a bachelor's degree in history from Yale University and a master's in business administration from Harvard Business School. His career as a journalist and his educational background allowed him to incorporate a wealth of the latest findings from neuroscience, psychology, and behavioral economics into his writing. Robust experimental data and case studies back each conclusion in the book. Duhigg emphasizes that efficiency comes from being conscious of opportunities others usually overlook and then changing our mindset accordingly. When people start thinking differently, actual efficiency can be achieved. I will share with you the 4 critical elements of efficiency discussed in this book: control, team norms, mental models, and innovation. The first keyword is control. Often, people find it hard to be interested or motivated in various tasks in their personal and professional lives, leading to low efficiency. According to the author, there are 2 ways to improve efficiency in such situations. For instance, imagine your car is stuck in traffic on the highway and you find an exit that would lead to a longer route. When you realize that you have the control to make a choice, even if it means taking a longer path, your brain becomes excited because everything is under your control. The first is to enhance control over the condition. If you are dealing with a bunch of particularly tedious emails, then you can, based on your preferences, choose to read one email first. If you are working on a task, you can start from any part that interests you. If you need to meet with someone who could be more likable, you can proactively choose the meeting place. Once you believe in your ability to control your actions and the external environment rather than your specific choice, self-motivation increases naturally when you gain this sense of control. A fascinating study discusses how elderly residents in nursing homes can vary significantly in their well-being and cognitive abilities. The research reveals the most significant difference between those who experience rapid physical and mental decline and those who do not. The key finding is that agile seniors resist the rigid schedules and fixed menus imposed by the nursing home. For example, some elderly residents go against the rules by rearranging their bedrooms or furniture. Despite being seemingly insignificant, these rebellious actions have positive effects. These unruly seniors walk twice as much as others, eat more, and are better at taking medication and visiting the gym. After moving into the nursing home, they become more proactive and mentally agile. The first is to enhance control over the condition, and the second is to give actions more significant meaning. Why do you want to run daily, resist using your phone, reply to that email, or help a colleague's request? These seemingly mundane tasks become more meaningful and valuable when you ask why. For example, during physical training in the U.S. Marine Corps, recruits struggled with the intensity and suffered injuries. At this point, instructors required them to ask themselves why they joined. Many of the recruits answered with various reasons, such as providing a better life for their families or proving themselves to their fathers. Once they responded to this question, most re-engaged in their training. When we transform tasks into meaningful choices and feel control over our lives, efficiency naturally improves. As an enterprise, decision-making authority needs to be delegated to those who can directly address problems to increase efficiency and empower employees with a sense of control. The Toyota Production System's success lies in empowering frontline workers to solve problems and make decisions. Some people worry that if workers maliciously stop the production line, it could significantly affect the factory's efficiency, as every minute of stoppage results in substantial losses. However, in reality, no worker would do such a thing. When workers are empowered and feel in control of their company, their motivation and sense of responsibility increase significantly. The efficiency of the new United Motor Manufacturing, Incorporated (NUMMI) surpasses that of any other car factory. This is due to the lean production concept, which involves empowering frontline employees and listening to their ideas when facing problems. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, is also a beneficiary of the lean production concept. Its technical platform contains many internal databases, but data retrieval and analysis are generally reported to be slow and inaccurate. As early as 1997, the FBI assured Congress they would develop an efficient system. However, it wasn't until 2008 that, despite spending a staggering $305 million on the internal systems development, there were no visible improvements. At this point, Frederick Furjan, an engineer, took charge of the mess. He discovered that the previous decade's lack of progress was due to FBI leaders wanting everything planned, leading to lengthy research, development, and approval cycles. A proposal could take at least 6 months to be approved. Using the lean production concept, Furjan transformed the system's development process by eliminating cumbersome procedures. Programmers and agents could propose ideas on Mondays, design prototypes by Wednesdays, and start testing on Fridays. They were empowered with more control and passionately researched new features. Eventually, they developed a robust internal system capable of analyzing millions of investigation data and identifying crime patterns those agents hadn't noticed before. In its first month of use in 2012, the system helped over 30,000 agents solve numerous cases. This example shows that when employees feel they have the autonomy to make decisions and trust their team members, they all work towards the same goal, resulting in more innovative and efficient work. The second keyword is called team norms. Google, known for being ranked as one of the best employers by Fortune magazine for 6 consecutive years, has been dedicated to studying the relationship between employee happiness and efficiency, regardless of the cost. The company has a dedicated HR analytics team that conducts large-scale projects to understand how to make teams more efficient. Many believe that having intelligent and capable team members naturally leads to high efficiency. However, through extensive research, Google's HR analytics team found that the composition of a team is not the critical factor influencing its efficiency. Instead, it is the team norms that matter. Team norms refer to a team's traditions, behavioral standards, and unwritten rules. Interestingly, a Harvard University study discovered a curious phenomenon: the more substantial the team cohesion, the higher the error rate. In this research, investigators examined error reports from 2 Boston hospitals. They found that nurses made many mistakes, such as giving patients the wrong medicine or injection, not due to the inadequacy of the medical staff's capabilities, but because hospital work is complex. A single patient often involves over 20 doctors and nurses from different teams, and the more people are affected, the higher the probability of errors. Surprisingly, it was observed that teams with stricter discipline had higher error rates than teams that engaged in more chit-chats. This is because highly cohesive teams create an environment of tolerance and openness, where doctors and nurses can comfortably discuss errors, admit mistakes, and correct them. On the other hand, teams with loose cohesion tend to avoid talking about mistakes and thus appear to have a lower error rate. However, the real problems in such teams are often severe because members tend to hide and cover up mistakes. So, the essential aspect of team norms is not to make the team cohesive and avoid errors, but to create an environment of openness and psychological safety where members feel comfortable sharing their opinions without fear of punishment or exclusion. According to the author, outstanding teams possess 2 key characteristics. 1. Each member has the opportunity to speak. When every team member has a chance to speak, they can expose their vulnerable sides in front of others. People can freely express their ideas without worrying about punishment, fostering a sense of belonging and psychological safety. Teams that offer equal opportunities for everyone to speak can collaborate effectively. 2. High social sensitivity. Every team member genuinely cares about others' feelings. Most people are good at discerning others' true thoughts through tone, facial expressions, etc. And they actively empathize and adapt to the emotions of others. Although team members don't need to be best friends, cultivating social sensitivity is essential. People should understand how to listen to others' ideas and express themselves better. The best strategy to build team norms is to have team leaders lead by example. Leaders should make each team member feel that their ideas matter and create a psychologically safe environment where members can freely express themselves without fearing embarrassment or punishment. During meetings, leaders should avoid interrupting team members' speeches and respect each person's contribution by summarizing their comments and displaying respect. The third keyword is mental models. Why do some people remain calm and focused on chaotic environments while others become flustered and unsure? Why can some people make the right choices under pressure while others become indecisive? The author narrates a story about a nurse saving a baby in the neonatal intensive care unit. The nurse, Darlene, passed by a premature incubator and glanced at the baby lying inside. All the instruments connected to the baby displayed typical vital signs. However, Darling felt that something was amiss. He noticed slight marks on the baby's skin, some swelling in the abdomen, and the baby's skin wasn't the pink color typical of a newborn. Then, she immediately alerted the attending physician, leading to timely treatment and saving the baby's life. So, how did Darling detect the problem in the baby? She admitted that it was because he had a mental image of what a healthy baby should look like. The sick baby didn't match that mental image, so her attention focused on those abnormal details instead of being misled by the regular readings displayed by various automated instruments. Psychologists refer to this customary predictive process as constructing mental models. Efficient individuals have particular mental models, allowing them to imagine more details about envisioned conversations and tasks, leading to better decision-making and knowing what to focus on or ignore. When life conflicts with their predictions, they can quickly shift their attention to what truly matters, unlike ordinary individuals who tend to become preoccupied with immediate concerns and lose control of their attention. Constructing mental models is crucial because it helps us quickly identify the objects of attention and make proactive decisions instead of passively reacting to unexpected situations. The most efficient employees in companies share some common characteristics. First, they handle a maximum of 5 tasks simultaneously during work, avoiding overloading themselves. Second, high-performing employees are more selective in task choices, preferring to engage in early-stage projects that involve a lot of learning and interaction with new colleagues. They take on these projects despite facing unknown circumstances and risks. By doing so, they gain new perspectives and insights into the company's new strategies and arrangements, which ultimately help them in handling other tasks later. Lastly, efficient employees are often talkative and even obsessed with explaining things to their colleagues. They tend to communicate their thoughts and understandings to others, engaging in constant cognitive analysis to construct new mental models. They are always trying to piece together information to achieve better outcomes. Storytelling is an excellent method to practice mental models. You can do this anytime, anywhere. For example, while driving to work, you can imagine how you would open a meeting and what points you would raise for a recent project discussion. During a meeting or meal, you can describe what you observe and the underlying meanings behind those observations. This way, when faced with unexpected situations, your brain can quickly focus on the key points. The fourth keyword is innovation. Disney's movie Frozen was a highly successful animated film, winning the Oscar for Best Animated Feature in 2014. However, before its public release, the internal test version received negative reviews. Test audiences found the plot to be cliched and unemotional. The writers had to make numerous script revisions, and with only a year and a half left before the official release, time was too tight considering post-production and promotion. The film producer's challenge was stimulating the team's creativity before the deadline. Also, The producers noticed that each plotline in the movie was extended without integrating all the elements into a coherent story. The film lacked a central theme. To overcome this, the producers encouraged the team to merge their personal experiences and emotions into the fictional scenes. The anxious writers imagined themselves as the characters in the story, experiencing the emotions and feelings of the protagonists. By combining the plot with their authentic emotions, the story began to take shape, and a clear emotional thread emerged. Combining two different domains is a highly effective form of innovation. For example, the familiar suction cup water bottle was designed by combining the leak-proof nozzle of a shampoo bottle with a water bottle. Similarly, the modern bike helmet was designed after realizing that the hull's shape can resist substantial impacts, so it was combined with the concept of a hat. Highly creative individuals act as intermediaries between different fields, frequently applying concepts from one domain to another. Steve Jobs once said that creative people don't do that much. They look at many things and then connect them with their own experiences to create something new. They can do this because they have richer experiences and can think more deeply about their experiences than others. Every one of us has creativity, but sometimes we need pressure to trigger it. For instance, the inventor of Post-it notes was a chemical engineer who kept losing track while reading. To solve this problem, he devised a bookmark that could stick to the pages. Similarly, the creator of the baby formula was an exhausted father who struggled every night to add various nutritional supplements to the formula. To change the situation, he adjusted the formula to make it easier. These creators used their lives as the material for innovation. The needs of reality drive them to apply old concepts to new scenarios. To improve the efficiency of innovation, the author suggests two things. 1. Pay attention to your personal experiences and feelings about things. This will help you distinguish between clichés and genuine insights. 2. Do not be afraid if you feel pressure and fear during the innovation process. Moderate disturbances can push you to examine past ideas from new perspectives and solve new problems by employing familiar approaches.